Hello everyone, today I'd like to show you how to draft the Natalie Bray bodice block. If this is what you like to learn, please keep watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. These are the tools I'll be using. I have a measuring tape, a tracing wheel, a ruler, a French curve, a pattern master, my measurements for the model, a pattern paper. Now for the measurements, we have bust, hips, waist, length to waist, back width, chest width, shoulder. And then for the proportions, we have the point O, back neck width, depth of armhole, back up, dart, armhole. Now, the proportions you would be able to find in the charts that I would attach to the video at the end of this tutorial. First off, we would have to draw the margin, the top margin, and the side margin. So from the top of your pattern paper, square down 2 cm. Now my ruler is calibrated in centimeters, so I'll use this ruler to square down 2 cm, and you're going to rule across. Now label this line the top line. On the side of the pattern paper, you're going to square in 2.5 centimeters. Now this line will be a center back line. Now for our model, the point O is 3 centimeters. Remember, these proportions are not constant, they vary. So for this bust 92 model, her point O is 3 centimeters. Now from the top line, square down 3 centimeters. So this is 3 centimeters. This line will not go across. It will be around 10 to 12 centimeters. So 3 centimeters. And then rule a line from this point to that point. Now, this is called point O. So I'm just going to do that. This is point O. And this is the back neckline. So I'm just going to label that neck line. Okay. Now, from point O, all measurements for the center back will start from point O, except the back line. So we'll get there. So from point O, square down 3 centimeters. This is constant. This will give us our shoulder line. So 3 centimeters. And the line should extend beyond that of the neckline. 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters. I would like to get a straight line, so I'll just measure 6 centimeters from the top line, because this measurement starts from point O, and in order to get a straight line, I would have to measure 6 centimeters. That is 3 centimeters for the neckline plus the 3 centimeters for the shoulder line, just to get a straight line. So that's about there. Now label this the shoulder line. From point O, square down the depth of armhole, which is 21.5 cm. From point O, that is from the neckline, 21.5 cm. Now, this line goes across all the way to the other side of the pattern paper. So in order to get a straight line, I would have to measure from the top line downwards. 21.5 cm plus 3 cm for point O, that would give me 24.5 cm, just to get a straight line. Now rule across. Label this line the bust line. Now to get our back line, we would have to divide the measurement between point O and the bust line. That is the depth of armhole. And if you remember, it's 21.5 cm. So 21.5 cm divided by 2 will give us 10.75 cm. 10.75 cm. Okay. Get your straight line from the top line by adding 3 centimeters, which is not constant. That is just our point O for this model, just to be able to get a straight line. Now label this line the back line. Next up is the waistline, the back length to waist. That is the length to waist. So for the back, for the center back, it is 40 cm. So from point O, square down 40 centimeters. 40 centimeters. Rule this line across. So this line goes all the way from the center back to the center front. So remember, it's 40 cm. To get a straight line, I'll just add 3 centimeters to compensate for the point O, because this measurement starts from point O. So connect all the points to get a straight line. Label this line the waistline. Now to get our hip line, we would have to take our measurement from the waistline, not from point O. And that would be 22 cm. So use a ruler and rule a line across. This line goes from the center back to the center front. Now label this line the hip line. Now we come back to the top. On the neckline, measure in 3 centimeters. We're trying to get a neck curve, so about 3 centimeters. Now on the neckline, mark the back neck width, which is 7 centimeters. This is 7 centimeters. I'll just notice 7 centimeters. That is the back neck width for this model. So from the 7 centimeters point, square up 2 centimeters. Go up by 2 centimeters. Okay. So I'll just square up. Or just note the point. So that's 2 centimeters. Just mark it, we'll come back here. Now for this model, the back width is 36 centimeters. Now divide the back width by 2. So 36 divided by 2 is 18 centimeters. Mark 18 centimeters on the shoulder line, the back line, and the bust line. So square in 18 centimeters on the shoulder line, the same on the back line, as well as on the bust line. Now use a ruler to connect all 3 points, making sure to draw a straight line. Now on the shoulder line, from this half back width point, square out 2 centimeters. That's 2 centimeters. This point is called the shoulder point, SP. This point is called the neck point, NP. Connect from the neck point to the shoulder point using a ruler. This forms our shoulder line for the back. Now from the neck point, using the French curve, draw in your back neckline. Now for this, I like to use the deepest part of my French curve. So connect from this neck point to this point, which is the 3 centimeters that was squared out from point O. So just use your French curve and draw the neckline curve. Remember, from NP to this 3 centimeters. So just draw in your neck curve. This is your back neckline. On the back line, square down 3 centimeters. We're about to draw the armhole curve. So square down 3 centimeters and mark. So on the bust line, from this half back width point, square out 5.5 centimeters. That is the backup measurement. This is not constant. This is just for this model. Measure 5.5 centimeters. Now, from this point where the half back width line meets the bust line, we are going to, from this point, we're going to square out 3 centimeters. Now, this 3 centimeters is at a 45-degree angle. Okay, so I'm going to use my pattern master to do this. It makes it very easy for you to get that point. So I'm using this. So this aligns with my vertical line, and this gives me my diagonal line. This is 3 centimeters right there. Using my French curve, I'll connect from the shoulder point to this point. This is where the back line meets the half back width measurement. So you can place your French curve that way. I prefer to place mine this way. So draw a curve connecting the shoulder point to this point on the back line. Next up, connect from this 3 centimeters point that was squared from the back line, this 3 centimeters that was squared out from this point, and the 5.5 centimeters, which is our backup measurement. Connect all 3 of them at once. Draw your curve. This is called the underarm point, UP. On the hip line, mark the quarter of your hip measurement. So for this model, the measurement is 98 centimeters. Divided by 4 will give us 24.5 centimeters. So I'll mark that along the hip line. (24.5 centimeters). So using a ruler, connect from the underarm point for the center back to the quarter hip point. This point is called the hip point, HP. Now we'll come back to the center back after we've drafted the center front, just to make some adjustments and to finish it up. This is the center back, CB. Moving on to the center front, we're going to start our measurements from the top line. So our neckline will be on the top line. That is for center front. Remember, for center back, we had to square down 3 centimeters to start our neckline. But for the center front, our neckline is on the top line. For the front neckline, we also use the same as the back neckline. And so the front neck width is also 7 centimeters. Starting from the side of the pattern paper, we will square in 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. This is the neck point NP. To get our shoulder line for the center front, from this point, square down 4.5 for bust 80 to bust 92. The bust above 92, square down 4 centimeters. This will give us our shoulder line. So this is for bust 92 centimeters. So I'll square down 4.5 centimeters. So I have 4.5 centimeters here. So I'm going to square in the same length as the front neck width, which is 7 centimeters. So from the 4.5 centimeters that was squared down, I will go in by 7 centimeters and just mark. So this is the shoulder line. I'm just going to go over shoulder line. To get the base of our neckline, from this point, I'll square down 7.5 centimeters for bust 80 to bust 92. However, for bust above 92, square down between 8 centimeters to 8.5 centimeters. So this is for bust 92. So I'll be coming down by 7.5 centimeters. And just put a mark at the 7 centimeters point. Now, this is the base of our neck. So I'm just going to label that as the neckline. Now, from the neck point, connect to the shoulder line and to the neckline using a straight line. Pull a line connecting all 3 points. From this point, where the neck point meets the base of the neck, at a 45-degree angle, square out 3 centimeters, and I will use my pattern master to do that. 3 centimeters, 1, 2, 3. I will just put a dot there, or I'll just rule a line just to show it. This is 3 centimeters. Now, using my French curve, I'll connect at once the neck point, the 3 centimeters ruled out here, 3 centimeters, and this point. Okay. Now, this is the front neckline. This is the curve. On the shoulder line, from the center front line, square out 16.5 centimeters. This is constant. This is 16.5 centimeters. Next up, rule a line of about 20 to 22 centimeters, touching the 16.5 centimeters. You rule a line touching the 16.5 centimeters point and over. That's about 22 centimeters. This is the bust line, so I'm going to label it the bust line also for the center front. This is the bust line. This is the waistline. And this is the hip line. Now, from the bust line, square up 4 centimeters. So, from the bust line upwards, square up 4 centimeters. This is the chest line. Mark quarter chest width on the top line, the shoulder line, the chest line, and the bust line. The chest width for this model is 38 centimeters. So the quarter of 38 centimeters is 9.5 centimeters. So I'm going to mark 9.5 centimeters on these different lines. So 9.5 centimeters. On the shoulder line, I'll do the same. 9.5 centimeters. The chest line, 9.5 centimeters. And on the bust line, yeah. Now I will draw a straight line connecting all the points. From this point, where this slanted line meets the quarter chest width line, measure out 2 centimeters and mark. From this quarter chest width mark on the bust line, square down 2 centimeters and also mark. Connect these 2 points. This is our first dart leg. To get our second dart leg, we're going to measure our dart. We're going to measure our dart, which is 7.5 centimeters for this model, from the first dart leg this way. And connect this 7.5 centimeters point to this point, to the 2 cm that was squared down from the bust line. This will give us our second dart leg. This is our second dart leg. From the neck point and along this line, measure and mark the shoulder measurement plus the dart measurement. So that would be 12.5 centimeters plus 7.5 centimeters. That will give us 20 centimeters. On the chest line, we're going to measure and mark half chest width plus the dart distance here. Okay, now our chest width is 38 centimeters. Half chest width is 19 centimeters. So we have 19 centimeters plus the dart space. Let's measure the dart space there. So we have 2 centimeters. So the dart space here is 2 centimeters. So 19 centimeters plus 2 centimeters. That is 21 centimeters. So this is 21 centimeters for me. This point is called the chest point, CHP. This is the shoulder point, so SP. Connect from the shoulder point to the chest point. So we're going to get the midpoint of this line. That is the midpoint of the shoulder point and the chest point. So the midpoint is 6 centimeters. So this line is 12 centimeters. Now, from this midpoint, square in 1 centimeter and mark. Next, using a pattern master or a French curve, connect these 3 points at once. The shoulder point, the 1 centimeter that was squared in from the midpoint, and the chest point. Mark at once. Also, on the bust line, measure and mark half chest width plus 2 centimeters, the same as was done on the chest line. So we got 21 centimeters. So I'm going to impute the same measurement on the bust line. So 21 centimeters. 1 centimeters. Now rule a line connecting both points. From this point, at a 45-degree angle, we're going to square out 1.5 centimeters. It's 1.5 centimeters. This is 1 centimeter. To get our front underarm point, we have to do a little calculation. So the calculation is this: half bust plus 5 centimeters minus back bust. So let's impute this measurements. So half bust, our bust is 92 centimeters. So half of 92 centimeters plus 5 centimeters minus back bust. Now, the measurement from here to the underarm point is the back bust. So let's measure and see what we have. So we have 23.5 centimeters. So minus 23.5 centimeters. So half of 92 centimeters is 46 centimeters plus 5 centimeters minus 23.5 centimeters. So here we have 51 centimeters minus 23 centimeters. This gives us 27.5 centimeters. So this is our center front bust measurement. So from this point, measure and mark 27.5 centimeters. This is for the front bust. Using your French curve, connect from the chest point to the 1.5 cm, and then from the 1.5 cm, connect to this underarm point. This is the front underarm point. Make sure not to go too deep. Now, this is the front underarm point. So next up, on the hip line, measure and mark quarter hip plus 3 centimeters. Now the hip measurement is 98 centimeters. Quarter of 98 centimeters is 24.5 centimeters plus 3 centimeters. That will give us 27.5 centimeters. So measure 27.5 centimeters along the hip line. And 7.5 centimeters. And label this the hip point. Okay. So this is quarter hip plus 3 centimeters. And this is quarter hip. Using your ruler, connect from the underarm point to the hip point. To shape the sides of our bodies, we're going to start with the center back. Now, on the waistline for the center back, square in 2 centimeters on the side. This is 2 centimeters. From the hip point, square up 3 to 4 centimeters. I'll use 3 centimeters. Now, using the French curve, connect from the underarm point for the center back to this 2 centimeters point on the waistline this way. Then turn your curve to get the hip curve. Connect from the 2 centimeters point along the waistline to this 3 centimeters that was squared up from the hip point. For the side shaping for the center front, along the waistline from the side, we're going to square in 1.5 centimeters. And then also square up 3 centimeters from the hip point, placing your French curve this way. Connect from the underarm point to the 1.5 centimeters on the waistline. The slight curve. And then turn your French curve to connect to the 3 centimeters that was squared up from the hip point. Before constructing our darts for the back and the front, we're going to do some shaping along the center back line. So on the waistline, square in 2 centimeters. This is going to help prevent any bulging at the back on the waistline. So square in 2 centimeters and mark. Using your ruler, connect from this point, the 2 centimeters point, to the back line. Also, connect from the 2 centimeters point to the hip line along the center back line. Okay, moving on to the darts. So to construct the center back dart, we use quarter back width. And for the front, we use quarter chest width. So the back width for this model is 36 centimeters. Quarter of 36 centimeters is 9 centimeters. So from these 2 centimeters, we're going to measure and mark 9 centimeters. This is 9 centimeters. Okay. Using my pattern master, I'm going to square up from this point, from the 9 centimeters point, I'm going to square up 13 centimeters and square down 15 centimeters. That is, from this point, go up 13 centimeters, and from this point, go down 15 centimeters. Now, on both sides of this vertical construction line, measure and mark 1 centimeter each. Now connect from this point to the 1 centimeter here and down to the 15 centimeters. Do the same for this other side. Moving on to the front, we're going to use the quarter chest width for the dart. The chest width is 38 centimeters. The quarter of 38 centimeters is 9.5 centimeters. So from the center front line, we're going to come in by 9.5 centimeters. So I have 9.5 centimeters here. From this point, also square up 13 centimeters and square down 15 centimeters. 13 centimeters here, right here, and then 15 centimeters down here. On either side of this vertical construction line, measure and mark 1.5 centimeters each. Okay. 1.5 and 1.5 centimeters. Connect from this point to the 1.5 centimeters and down to the 15 centimeters point. Okay, this is our front dart. Now to get the true level of our bust, we're going to square down 4 centimeters from the bust line for the center front, and also 4 centimeters on the side. So this is 4 centimeters. Likewise. So this is the true bust line. So that's around the fullest part of the bust. Okay. Now coming to the center back, we're also going to square down 4 centimeters at the side And on the center back line, we're going to come down by 2 centimeters. So 4 centimeters here and 2 centimeters here. So that line is going to be slanted. So I have from this point 4 centimeters. This is my 4 centimeters on that line, that point, and I have 2 centimeters on this point. So I'm just going to rule that line starting from here into that place. So usually the front waist is longer than the back waist. So to accommodate for this, we're going to come down by 1 centimeter from the original waistline along the center front line, and then we're going to come down by 0.5 centimeter from the original waistline along the side, along the center front side. So I have my 1 centimeter, I have my 1 centimeter there, and I have my 0.5 centimeter here. So I'm just going to rule a line across. Now for the back, along the side, we're also going to come down by 0.5 centimeter to match the 0.5 centimeter on this side of the front. I'm going to measure 0.5 centimeter down here, and then I'm just going to draw a line merging with this original waistline. So this is 0.5 centimeter, and I'm just going to try to merge with the original line. This new line is called the new waistline. So with this new waistline, you can redraw your dart lines to meet the new waistline. That's just a slight line, and I'm also going to do that. Just do remember to follow this new line. Okay. So we're going to move on to closing the shoulder dart. Now we have to do this just so that we can get the real shoulder line. Okay, so to do this, we're going to bring the first dart leg to meet the second dart leg. Just fold along the first dart leg. Okay. Just do this temporarily. So I'm going to draw a new line from the neck point to the shoulder point. So using a ruler, connect from the neck point to the shoulder point. Then using a tracing wheel, trace this line from the neck point to the second dart leg. That is to the end of this dart. This is the first dart leg meeting the second dart leg. So just use a tracing wheel and just trace that line. So when you open it up, use a ruler and draw lines on the traced parts and draw out the lines just to make them obvious. Okay. This line is the new shoulder line. So we're going to forget about this one. Okay, so back to the back. Remember our shoulder measurement is 12.5 centimeters. So we have to measure this line to see if it's more or less. So from the neck point to the shoulder point, I have 14 centimeters. So this is more than 12.5 centimeters. So in order to get the exact shoulder measurement, we have to subtract 12.5 centimeters from 14 centimeters. That will give us 1.5 centimeters. So in order to get the exact shoulder measurement, we either form a dart with the 1.5 centimeters extra, or we take it off from the shoulder point. So preferably take it off from the shoulder point, but I'm going to show you both methods. So to form a dart with the 1.5 centimeters, find the midpoint between the neck point and the shoulder point. So the midpoint is 7 centimeters because we got 14 centimeters initially. So this is 7 centimeters. That's the midpoint. Position your ruler, I'm using a pattern master, from the 7 centimeters to align with the tip of your diamond dart. So from this point, just square down 8 centimeters. So I have 8 centimeters. This is my 8 centimeters right here. Okay, this is 8 centimeters. Now, on either side of this line, measure and mark half of 1.5 centimeters. So half of 1.5 centimeters is 0.75 centimeter. So from here to this place, I'll mark 0.75 centimeter. Now connect both points to this 8 centimeters point. Okay, I personally prefer to take off the 1.5 centimeters extra from the shoulder point. So this is method 1, take it off as a dart. Method 2, take it off from the shoulder point. So method 2, from the shoulder point, come in by 1.5 centimeters. That is the extra. This is not constant. This is just for this model and for this pattern. So this is my 1.5 centimeters. Okay, using my French curve, I'll connect back to this line. Remember, this is the half back width. So I'll just connect back. Okay, so you take it off from the shoulder point. So whichever method you prefer, use the method that you're comfortable with. This is the center back, and this is the center front. So this concludes our Natalie Bray bodice block. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.